Hello everyone and welcome to Don't Be Bored. Today I'm here with a bit of a throwback. This is going to be an interview that I did with Ian and Stacey from Where There's a Wilz, There's a Play, back on Tabletop Tea Time a few months ago, but I thought it deserves being posted on its own. So let's jump in with them introducing themselves and telling you a little bit about their channel.
I'm Ian.
I'm Stacey.
And we are Where There's a Wilz.
There's a Play.
And we're here today with a creator spotlight. So let's get on to the questions that they have asked us. The first question is, who are you and what's your channel about? Well, we just introduced ourselves. We are a married couple who likes to play board games. I describe myself as a mid-complexity casual gamer. I also solo game quite a bit. When you look at the complexity rating on BGG, no matter how flawed the system is, I kind of gravitate at about 3.0 and below. Although this year I am hoping to maybe push that a little bit, but that's about where my comfort zone is for my gaming. My solo gaming is about a 2.5 and above. So that's kind of where I gravitate and who I am.
And I'm Stacey, and I'm the other part of the married couple. And I am a non-gamer gamer, which to me means that I enjoy playing games, but I can only take so much before I have to call it quits. And I don't do any solo games. I only like games that are easy to play, easy to understand, and wrap up in less than an hour usually. After an hour, count me out. I'm no good. And my oh look, there's butterflies kicks in. So that is how I describe non-gamer gamer.
So with our channel, we like to kind of bring you a little bit of everything. I do some solo stuff, and so I try to do some different things with my solo gaming. We do some lists that we give you some recommendations from both of our kind of points of view, and we just do a lot of different things on here. We do some playthroughs. Like I said, we like to give you different points of view because me being a mid complexity and below, Stacey being a non-gamer gamer, it's nice to kind of see, you know what? Maybe there's some things out there that your non-gamer friends and family would enjoy that you would also enjoy. So I think that's pretty much what our channel is mostly about.
And we're trying to bring people together. Trying to bring the heavy gamers with the non-gamers and try and find something in the medium for all of them to enjoy, hopefully to get everybody some family time around the table.
Yep, at least the mid gamers. I don't know about the heavy. The heavy gamers are even above me. Like there's games up there I wouldn't touch. So but I like stuff that is just a little bit more more accessible as well. That mid complexity, like I said, just because I don't I even don't want to sit down. I don't have no desire to sit down and play a game for like 4 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I don't need all that. I want stuff that I just can kind of get away from the real world for a little while. So yeah.
Between the two of you, you cover a lot of bases there, so this should be a really interesting question to ask. What is your favourite game and favourite mechanism?
So my favorite mechanism that I've just kind of found over the past couple months, I would say, is push your luck games. I am a sucker for a good push your luck game, and because it doesn't cost me any money, I don't actually have to bet any real money or anything like that. I will press my luck as far as it'll go until I'm broke.
Yeah, push your luck games are kind of in the last year about is when we really started discovering those, and those are a lot of fun. They really are a lot of fun if it is like the main mechanism for your game. My favorite. I'm gonna bring this computer down just a little. This camera. Oh, I guess I can't bring the camera down. We look really small in the picture here. My favorite mechanism, and it has been for some time, although Push Your Luck is starting to push its luck right up here to near the top. But mine for some time has been a worker placement / resource management type game. I think that is probably where I really like. I like figuring out where to put my workers and then what resources it takes. So worker placement I think is probably my favorite mechanism overall. My current favorite game is one that I play only solo, But I just love everything about it and all the like spaces you can go. And it is a worker placement game from Stonemaier Games, and that is Apiary. And I just really enjoy this game. This game is it just works for my brain. I really like being able to try and figure out where I need to go to stop the AI from going and from stop them from getting the points that they need and maximizing my score. And I just like the little areas that have like different little mini games almost like okay, here I'm going to do this, here I'm going to do this and figure out which ones to do in the right spot. So Apiary I think is currently my number one game.
And my number one game at the moment, it changes constantly. Just depends on my mood. But for today, my favorite game is Creature Comforts by KTBG Games. We just got out of winter. We're entering into spring, and it just really is a comfort game. You're trying to earn resources while you're placing your workers into the onto the board. You're rolling dice. And it's just one of those games that just makes you feel good, makes you feel warm and cozy with the little critters that they have on the boards. And it's just a sharing the dice makes me feel like I'm helping the other person, as I'm not a mean player by any means. So giving them a couple rolls of my dice makes me feel like I'm doing something special.
I would say that is probably my number one game that we play together as well. I love Creature Comforts as well. The dice mechanism of it in it is so different from anything else where you have your family dice, you roll those, then you place your workers, but then there's four other village dice, and so your workers may not actually do anything. So it is just such a really cool mechanism that I haven't seen in any other games that we have, even since we got Creature Comforts. But yeah, I would say that is probably my number one. Would be my number one that we play together. Absolutely love that game.
If you are a member of the Don't Be Bored Discord channel, link in the description box downstairs, you might have actually known that Push Your Luck might be mentioned there, as Ian recently posted up a small little haul of some Push Your Luck games that they're going to be playing through. And, well, there's certainly a couple of bangers that they included in that photo. And it also sounds like I'm a huge worker placement fan. It sounds like I should really be checking out Apiary. I kind of skipped it because the last couple of Stonemaier games have just been good, and there's often so much hype around them that I just sort of stayed away this time. But maybe I have to go and visit that one. Anyway, back to the rapid fire questions. Absolutely firing them at you here. What game has the best box art?
My favorite box art, and I don't even know why it's my favorite box art. It's just simple, but yet it explains the game, and that's Dive. And so I have it right here. So Dive, it's literally about diving and finding creatures in the ocean. And how can you explain it without having somebody diving into the ocean with the sun shining and getting darker as you're going down into the ocean? I just think this is absolutely beautiful. Game is fun as well.
It's gorgeous.
Yes.
It's gorgeous. I mean this is what the board looks like too, because you have your lighter zone, and as you get deeper it gets darker and darker. So yeah, that is a gorgeous art, and I love that logo. Because it's got like that shell and the fish, and like the logo and stuff is also part of what makes a good box cover. So
Yep.
I like that one. That one's probably, if we were to ever do our favorite box covers of games we own, that one would probably be in my top 10 as well. My number one is kind of a classic type game now. I just love this box art. And this is the collector's edition. This is Everdell collector's edition. I love the logo. I think is perfect for this. It's not too big. I like this font of it. I like how you've got this whole background area that's kind of faded back, but then you got these couple creatures that are just right up front. I like that it's not super bright either. I love that the colors, whether it's the darker colors up front or the more muted ones in the back, are all kind of muted tones. And this is really gorgeous. It's absolutely, like, it's stunning. It makes me think of fall and stuff, and it's just a stunning box cover. So that is Everdell Collector's Edition.
Those are two strong picks, and I'm not sure I could pick which one of them, maybe leaning towards the vibrant blue of Dive. But for those watching, let us know in the comment section below which of those two actually is the better box art. And let's go straight through to the next question. What game did you play last?
The last game I played was actually, as at the time of filming this, was Lock Up, a role-player tale by Thunderworks Games, and I live streamed it on the channel. So that will tell you when we're filming this. Yeah, so that is the last game that I played.
The last game that I played is a reviewer's copy of Speed Cycletta, which is going to be coming out on Kickstarter in next month sometime.
This month. No, this month. No, you're thinking of a different one. This month. In fact, when this video goes up, I believe it will actually be on Kickstarter at the time, because I think this is going to come up mid-month or end of month, and this comes up, this hits Kickstarter, I believe, mid-April. So
this last game that I played, and we also did a review on that one. I enjoyed that game. That was fun.
it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Yep.
Those are two games I have not played, and I absolutely love it hearing about new stuff, or at least new to me stuff. That's always why I like doing this, because you get to hear about so many different games. And, well, talking about other different things, let's get to know you a little bit more. What sort of hobbies do you have outside of board gaming?
My other hobbies, I work a full-time job. That's not really a good hobby. But when I do have time on my hands, I have a little business called Square Sky Crafts. I just do some crafting on the side. I do some artwork. I make some tiles that I sell at local craft fairs, things like that. So that fills up a lot of my time. And then when I'm not doing, well, before that hobby, of course, my best hobby is cuddling with my dog. He's an American Eskimo, and he loves to cuddle and give kisses.
What medium are you using for your?
I'm using alcohol ink on these. So there's the Northern Lights. Kind of working on this one, still a work in progress. I'm just using alcohol inks. Different colors, different mediums, different ways of getting the ink to do what it needs to be doing. Not making me a millionaire by any means, but I enjoy doing it, and people like to see it. So,
as for me, I don't really have any other active hobbies. Board gaming is pretty much it, but I do read once in a while when there's a book out that I like, and the recent Hunger Games prequel came out. I've read all those, so reading a little bit in my downtime. Before we got big into board gaming, we kind of got big into Lego, and so I've got a bunch of Lego that's just kind of now sitting around since we got into board gaming. So I think I'm actually gonna try and get back into that, but I'm gonna do it and kind of combine my two hobbies there with Lego and board gaming. And I think I want to do just kind of my own builds and try and build some stuff that's related to some of my favorite games. So I'm just going to try and make my own builds that look like they're things for different games, and just, display them in our den. So I think that's going to be what I kind of, hopefully I get back into here. In the summer, I will be very busy. I guess my big summer hobby, which kind of relates to work, is I do custom superheroes for all of my homeroom students. I'm an elementary school teacher, and so I have body forms that I design costumes on. I color them all with color pencils. I scan them in. I put their heads in. I do this whole format for them. So that's going to be coming up here pretty soon, where that is going to be it's like a 3-month hobby. It's like maybe even 2 months. I do them all over the summer so that they're ready at the beginning of the school year. But over the summer, other than board gaming, I am doing that a lot. So I guess that's kind of my other hobby. And like I said, I'm hoping to get back into building some Lego sets, more along the lines of doing some custom things, though.
and he also enjoys helping me on my craft fair days as well.
Yes, I do go with her just to keep her company and stuff. So
100% you should be building Lego, and your idea is there to craft something that's board game related out of Lego. Love that idea. Please do share that when you do that. And it was great to get to know you both a little bit more, sort of hearing about what you do outside of board games. Now, what can people expect to find on your channel in the next few weeks?
Well, it's taken us a little while, but I think we kind of now have a good weekly routine down. On Mondays, we usually have some sort of review or preview of a game. Whether it's we've been actually doing quite a few crowdfunding games this year. Surprisingly, with how small our channel is, we've actually done. God, we're probably closing in on a dozen now. Different crowdfunding games before they come to crowdfunding. So we'll probably have one of those up um, on a Monday. When we don't, we're gonna start doing maybe some quick reviews of some games. On Wednesdays, we always have some sort of playthrough, whether it's a live stream every other Wednesday, and then the Wednesdays when we don't have live streams, we will have a playthrough up that is ready to post. On Fridays, we do a five and dime. Stacey gives 5 recommendations. I give 10 recommendations of games. We are currently working through our yearly ones. We will have, probably by the time this posts, we will have done our earliest ones where we kind of combined a bunch of years because we've only been in the hobby for about, like I said, about 7 or 8 years. So the first couple videos in that were combined years, and then we're starting with 2019. I think it will be single years. We aren't ranking them in our favorite to least favorite. It is just I give 10 recommendations. Stacey gives 5. I try and do my 10 in 2 different categories of 5 if I possibly can. And then on Sundays, I've started back up doing a lot of solo gaming. I kind of was in a little bit of a solo gaming funk to start the new year, and then for quite a while actually. And so I started doing some more solo stuff. So on Sundays, it's always solo things. It might be a live stream. I've been doing some live stream playthroughs. I've been working through my Thunderworks collection right now, and then I will do a rank the collection for that at some point. I'm also currently using PubMeeple to work on my top 50 solo games of all time. So when this posts, there is a good chance that the first of those videos will be up or will be coming up soon. So that is what's coming up on our channel. And then at the beginning of every month, we always do our showcase wall. In our den, we have a different theme wall every month, and we showcase those games. Might have some unboxings randomly, but normally our Sunday through Friday schedule is I solo game stuff on Sundays. We have reviews and stuff on Mondays. We have some sort of playthrough on Wednesdays, and we have 5 and dime recommendations on Fridays. Well, everybody, that's been who we are and what our channel is all about. Come check us out over at Wilz Plays Games on YouTube and Instagram as well. Yeah, and hope to see you there. Once again, this has been Where There's Wilz.
There's a play.
I'm Ian.
I'm Stacey.
And we'll see you next
at the
time.
table.
I will see you next time.
At the table.
There we go. And that wraps us up today. Please do go check out their channel. Link will be in the description box downstairs. Subscribe here, subscribe there, and share the board game love. Until next time, like I mentioned at the beginning, this was originally shown on Tabletop Tea Time. So go check that series out, find out about other board game creators and more. And until next time, have a fantastic month gaming.